What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? This is gonna be your review for Life After Lockup, Love After Lockup, season 2, episode 47. Look, let me tell y'all something. Y'all, this show cracks me up. Okay, it just does. Look, we're gonna start this episode off with Michael, Megan, and Sarah. Listen. Megan is down in Texas writing songs looking for Michael. Michael done ghosted her. She has no idea where Michael is, what he doing. She ain't heard from him in 3 weeks. He ain't returning her phone calls. He not returning her texts. Boo, get the hint. You are yesterday's news. You are no longer his bottom. Okay? And for y'all that don't know what that means, go Google Pimpology 101 and find out what that term means. But you are not that chick anymore. Megan, you have been dethroned by the new chick, and you are now no longer needed. Here's the thing. This how desperate Megan got. Megan didn't call his mama. You know good and well his mama don't like you. And she has good reason not to like you, Megan. Let's just be clear. Now, she basically told you, I don't know where Michael is. I don't know what Michael's doing. And even if I did, I wouldn't tell you because I am not trying to get in the middle of you and Michael's shenanigans. Figure it out. And Megan was like, okay, I understand. I mean, I just wanted to know if he was still alive, if he was back in jail, whatever. Okay, well, if he was back in jail, you would know because he'd be calling you collect so you could put some money on his books. Okay? All right. Now, Michael and the new chick are still up in New York, and Michael has agreed to go to counseling. Now, him and Sarah are texting back and forth. Somebody, let me know who you are, because off the top of my head right now, I don't remember who you are, but somebody in my chat, in my comments last week said, Sarah and Michael, she said Sarah gonna have about 2 or 3 more kids by Michael. She ain't going nowhere. And I was like, in my mind, I was thinking, nah, I think Sarah might be done with Michael. But you know what? She not. You right. Whoever you are, let me know because you are absolutely correct. Y'all, what is it going to take? Like, what is Michael packing? He has nothing. He's a felon who ain't trying to do nothing. Not trying to be better. He's entitled. What is it? Let me know. So he agrees to go to counseling. They end up going to counseling, and in the counseling session, Sarah is getting real worked up, and Sarah's being real extra. And I'm sitting here going, you want him. Like, I think 60% of it is about the kids, but that other 40% is about you still wanting this man. Why? Then Sarah is letting Michael know that as of that moment, she has full custody. She has full custody temporarily until they go back to court and the judge makes a final decision. Michael acting like he don't know nothing about it. And Sarah was like, you didn't get the paperwork? Nah, ain't nobody sent me nothing. Maybe because your ass ain't been home because you've been traveling the country on a world tour going from hoe to hoe to hoe. Your mail is sitting for you somewhere in Michigan. Clearly not at your mama house because you just left your mama house and she didn't give you no paperwork. Either that or you're ignoring your mail. See, I used to have a bad habit of doing that. When I was young and broke, I'm old and broke now, but when I was young and broke and I didn't know no better, I just wouldn't pay attention to the mail I didn't want to deal with. If I ain't had the money to pay the bill, I just didn't deal with it. You know, that's not the best way to handle things. But I feel like that's kind of what Michael is doing. How do you not know any of this? And I believe what Sarah is saying. I believe 100% what Sarah is saying. That they've gone to court. That she has full custody right now. But it's temporary for 30 days until they go back before the judge. And it's not going to look good, Michael, that you've only visited your children one time in that 30-day window. And you talking about you got joint custody. Where? So that's Michael, Megan, and Sarah Child. Okay, so let's deal with what's this chick's name right here? What's his name? The Virginia people. Where last week he cheated on her, and Chris. What's the chick's name? Shoot, I'm gonna have to hold on. Let me get the name because I gotta get these people's name. Hold on, child. Let me get the people's name, child. All right, y'all. It's Shane, John, and Lacey. I don't even know where I got Chris from. But Shane, John, and Lacey. Now, remember last week, Shane told Lacey that he had cheated on her, and John was confessing his undying love for Lacey down to the rehab to his sister. Okay. Lacey done tracked John down. She called the number. He answered the phone. He told her where he was. He's working. He's doing some work on the house that's, the owners aren't there. He's there by himself. I'm like, that's a very trusting, whoever you're doing that work for, they must be very trusting that they're just letting you hang out at their house by yourself. Call me what you want. I don't care. So she gets there and he stops working and they go inside and they get to chilling on the couch like it's their house. And she even said, well, is anybody home? And he was like, nah. And they really going in there like sitting on the couch playing house. Now, let me say this. Normally, I really don't do a whole lot of the reading of people's looks and all of that because, that ain't what that ain't the kind of reviews I do. But let me say this to you. Lacey, your next reality show need to be botched because whoever did them lips fucked you up. Okay? I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be mean. But no. So they get to talking and Lacey tells him, I made a mistake. I still love you. I still want to be with you. And he was like, I know you made a mistake. He's a clown. He been living off of you for the last year and a half. You need to come back to me for a real man. And I guess they decided they was going to get back together. They on the couch kissing and stuff. And then she said, well, I have something I need to tell you. And first thing out his mouth was, you pregnant? And I'm thinking to myself, are you pregnant? Child, she done got a daggone tattoo on her hoo-ha of Shane's name. And he's telling her, and he was like, why would you do that? I don't know. I mean, it was just a drunken night. Oh my gosh, I don't know. And he's, he thinks it's more, he's not mad. He thinks it's more silly than anything else. And he was like, well, we'll handle it. And then he gonna ask her, so when you leaving him? I don't know. I mean, we're going to make it work. We got to figure it out. But I want a divorce. I'm like, child, I cannot. Okay. Now we got Tracy and Clint. Look, I'm not even going to spend no whole lot of time on Tracy and Clint. Tracy did what everybody knew Tracy was going to do. Tracy done ghosted Clint. She's nowhere to be found. I think she been gone for like a week or something like that. She's not answering none of his phone calls. She's not answering his texts, nothing. Nowhere to be found. He said that they've been arguing a lot because she doesn't want to go to rehab. And his thing is, I know that it's going to look a lot better when we go to court that she went to rehab. Like, I know that's going to look good. And she doesn't want to go because she said she feel like that they're forcing her to go. And that's just not what she wants to do. And she calls him up and she cusses him out. Now, personally, sound like he high as Cooter Brown. I mean, sound like she's high as Cooter Brown. So I'm feeling like she high. You know what I'm saying? Clint, boo-boo, baby. The next time you want to throw away $5,000, you can look for my Cash App. It's in my description box. I'll take it. Because you ain't never going to see that $5,000 again. If you think Tracy ass is about to show up for court, I got a bridge in Brooklyn to sell you. And even if she does show up for court, she going to be high. She didn't do anything that the judge told her to do. And she going back to jail. Anyway, your best bet is for her to show up for court. Because anything else, you still going to lose your money. But, child, the likelihood that Tracy going to stay out of jail, I don't know. Slim to none. Now, let's talk about these other crazy people. Adrian and Lamar. This is getting ready to be an unpopular opinion, and I'm sure that I'm going to go ahead and get ready for people to drop some stuff in my comments, and that's fine. I can handle it. I'll take it. Let me say this, y'all. So it's the next day after they had their dinner, and Adrian realized that basically, Andrea realized that basically the relationship is over. She said she found something in his pocket, and she said that she was looking in his pocket for his debit card so she could buy his ass a ticket to take him back to LA. That she had pretty much accepted the fact that the relationship was over. But then she found something in his pocket that was so horrible, it was so terrible, and it basically confirmed her worst fear that he is cheating on her. Now, they have been hyping this thing up for like the last week, and I was thinking that it was either she'd either found some weed or some condoms. That's the only two things that I could think of that she would find in his pocket that would make her have the reaction that she's having. Now, they're cooking breakfast. Well, first we see her on the phone. She's crying and stuff, and she's on the phone calling her friend, asking her friend, can you come and get the kids? Me and Lamar need to talk, and I really, it's going to be an argument. It's going to be bad, and I really don't want the kids here for it. So her friend was like, sure, I'll come get the kids. So while they're having breakfast, she lets the kids know, me and your dad need to talk, and Stephanie's coming to get y'all. I hope that's her name. If not, let's go with it. And Stephanie's coming to get y'all. So, of course, the kids automatically know something's wrong. The oldest son was like, so, I mean, where are we going? Why is she coming to get us? Like, what's the deal? And she was like, well, me and your dad just need to talk. And he was like, oh, so basically y'all need to argue. Like they're not stupid. And then she going, look, y'all, they're eating breakfast. They're eating eggs and bacon. She going to look at him. Mind you, all of them are eating the same thing. She going to look at him and say, I poisoned the eggs and bacon. So, one, he was like, so you trying to kill me now? Two, the poor baby, the youngest one, like puts her head down. Like you could see that she was really upset by that. And the oldest two are like, so you trying to kill all of us? Like, what the hell is wrong with you? I could see if you made him a special dish. First of all, that still was inappropriate for you to say in front of the kids. But if you said that to him one-on-one and you had made him like something separate, that's different. But you just, anyway. Then, so the kids leave and you have this conversation with him and you building this whole thing up talking about, so I mean, I ain't even gonna go through all that. She confronts him about the condoms. And he checks in the pocket. He pulls the condoms out the pocket. And she immediately starts physically assaulting him. See, here's my problem. One, that you think it's okay for you to put your hands on this man. I don't give a damn what he did, cheated, lied, stole. You don't get to put your hands on him. And two, I feel like security and production was real slow and getting her off of him. And three, they show us more footage where she is straight up on, like over top of him, wailing on him. And I don't see anybody trying to break that up. Let that be the other way around. Let him have slapped the shit out of her. He'd have been in handcuffs. They'd have had security, police, and everything else on him so fast. Yet and still, when it was the woman beating up on him, it wasn't no problem. And to his credit, he didn't even try to hit her back. He didn't try to do nothing. To his credit. See, he know. He know. But I was like, wait a minute. We just gonna let her beat up on him? And the fact that you think it's okay. Now, here's the last thing I'm gonna say about that. You left him in L.A., you've been gone for however many months. And when he finally does show up, you don't give him none. Yes, he's cheating on you. Now, I don't think he was sleeping with nobody in Utah. He was probably sleeping with somebody down there. And yes, he was stupid as hell for keeping the condoms in his pocket. But I don't have no sympathy for you. I'm sorry. I'm not saying it was okay for him to cheat, but I don't have no sympathy for you. Boom, whatever. Josh and Cheryl, look. Josh was late meeting Cheryl for them to go look at a house. I feel like we've missed some stuff. I feel like it was some stuff going on that we didn't see because Cheryl was like really pissed off, really upset. Josh got there and he was like, dude, like, what's the big deal? I've been working, like, trying to earn a living so we can pay the rent on wherever it is we move to. And she is just really pissed off. She is just really, really mad. They get to arguing. They cuss each other out. He call her out her name. She tell him whatever. And he tells her to go back to Michigan. She was like, I gave up my life for you. I readjusted my whole life for you and da-da-da-da-da. And he was like, well, maybe you should just go back to Michigan. Fine, I'm leaving. I'm gone. She gets in her car, honey, and she leaves him there. He ended up calling his mama to come pick him up. And he tells his mama what happened. And mama said, it's about time. I was wondering how long it was going to take you to figure it out. Just talking that shit, honey. Talking that shit. So they done broke up for now. Lord knows they break up to make up. So who knows? They might have made up before he get back to the house, because she got to go back to the house to get her kids and pack up her stuff. So Lord, honey, they might have made up already, child. I don't know. Marcelino and Brittany. Brittany. They say most marriages end because of finances, right? Not infidelity, not whatever. Finances. Brittany, you gonna break this man. I believe he loves you. I believe he wants this family to work. Yes, he has an unconventional way of making money, but it's the way of life that y'all have chosen. It is what it is. You are pregnant. Y'all have a lawyer's bill from your situation with the father of your other child getting custody, $30,000 sitting on y'all neck. You have a child on the way, and you trying to find the 2 kids that you had to give up for adoption. Who knows how that's going to work out financially, whether it's paying a lawyer, whether it's whatever. And your ass bring home a puppy and have the nerve to not understand why he mad. I mean, puppies don't cost that much. It's not a big deal. I don't see what the big deal is. First of all, puppies do cost a lot of money. The dog food alone, hello, veterinary bills, getting shots, God forbid the puppy gets sick. I mean, there is a lot of expense involved in having a pet, especially a pet like a dog. And, it's only but so much somebody can take. Now, on the flip side, Marcelino said that he hasn't been making as much money with the poker lately. And he's kind of in the hole. He said he's lost a couple of $1,000s. That's a couple of months of mortgage payments and stuff like that. And so he said, a man got to do what a man got to do. Desperate times call for desperate measures. And we end up seeing him going over to some chick house, going in and they closing the door. And all we hear her say is, well, does your wife know you here? Now, I think they might be building this up to be more than what it is. I think that worst case scenario, he's a gigolo. Because, I mean, he didn't already say he doesn't have the money, so he's not visiting somebody that he has to pay. He would be visiting somebody that's paying him, right? So worst case scenario, he's selling, and he's selling the poo-poo, you know what I mean? He's selling a good time. I think that might be an underground gambling spot, like off the books, not, you know what I'm saying? Or a loan shark, somebody he can borrow the money from. I do think it's something nefarious, but I don't think it's him cheating on her. Anyway, that's what it was, you guys. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Drop it in them comments.